Welcome, my lovelies, to a new video. My name is Lydia Wilmsen and my channel here is all about mindset, manifestation, conscious creation and all things business growth, business related topics. And today I want to speak a little bit about the missing link that I see happening in the conscious creation community, but also in the normal business community. And that is almost like finding quick fixes for things and then thinking like, oh, this is going to work. Like just say these 5 affirmations 5 times a day and this is going to shift my life. Or do the cold plunges, do the gym workouts, stop alcohol, like almost like these singular things that people start applying in their lives and then waiting for the miracles to happen. And I want to tell you here today that while things are very simple, it usually still takes like almost a multifaceted approach. So I want to give you my process and what I teach my clients and also what type of clients I work with, so you get an idea for whom this will work. So my process is basically consisting of 3 different things that we do at the same time. Not just once, like it's not one step after the other, it's things that we do simultaneously almost. One is deep inner work. We really uncover the hidden patterns that are creating your reality at the moment. That's number 1. And number 2 is creating a new reality, going into certain techniques or shifting your awareness into the reality that you want to experience. That is the more fun, enjoyable part of the process. And number 3 is basically creating a lifestyle that inspires you, that brings you joy and fun, and that is already embodying the new reality that you want to create. So these are the 3 things. Deep inner work, creating a new reality, here you can see my fingers, and number 3, living and building a lifestyle that inspires you right now, not regarding business or deep inner mindset work, just like living your life full out, so to say. These are the 3 things. And who are my clients? My clients are like me, that they have come from deep traumatic childhood, so to say. So they have gone through quite some experiences of mental, emotional abuse, of difficulties in their childhoods. And it's not always like I have people who have been through war and through escapes and all of that and physical abuse. However, there are also people who have gone through emotional abuse who don't really understand it at first, because their life was nice. They had a safe childhood, everything was nice, but it could have been that there was a lot of absence of deep love, or there was not a lot of affection, you know? It was quite a cold childhood, so to say. So they had everything, but there was not a lot of deep emotional connection with the parents. Or it could be that there was later on perhaps bullying in school, but nothing at home, you know? This happens as well. And it could also be that there are people who had everything, who had money, who had safety, but the parents perhaps had mental illnesses and the kids had to take care early on of them. They had to take on the caregiving role. So there was lots of love from the parents, but the parents were not really able to take care of their children. And often people say like, hey, but my life, my childhood was okay, you know, nothing bad happened. But you have to understand that a continuous surrounding of emotional, like not enough emotional connectivity, not enough emotional like reciprocity or a feeling of safety can also create traumatic imprints and deep patterns later on in life. So it's not always the big things that we think create issues later on. It can really also happen in so-called nice childhoods. So really look at your childhood and see how it was. How much love was there? How much were you valued and seen as worthy just because you existed? Or was it always tied to the work you did in the household, or the grades you brought home, or that you took care of your other siblings? Or were your parents really harsh when it came to like regulating you and you were not allowed to do this and that, but other than that they gave you a lot of love? So we can really uncover a lot in childhood. So these are my clients. They either went through really very loud like clear traumatic scenarios in their childhood, or it was those silent ones that you don't even recognize in the beginning. It's really interesting when you then see what people went through, and the good news here is that we can shift all of that. The thing is though, if this still rules your life, all those just embody a new version of yourself coaches out there, they won't help you. Because you are still running the fundament, the basis on horror, on difficulty, on unsafety, on challenges. You are wired, literally wired. Your brain is literally wired to stress, to struggle, to survival. And if you just put some nice things on top, you will still create based on your baseline. And we have to shift the baseline. We have to start getting you out of there and getting you into a baseline where you're being wired, or you're wiring yourself to happiness, to abundance, to good things happening, to safety. So you can see what you're wired to, how you react in your day-to-day life to things. Do you always expect the worst? Do you always expect like, oh my God, something is happening. Oh my God, I did something wrong. Are you almost like always in a vigilant, like highly vigilant place, like internally, like, oh my God, I'm looking for danger? Or are you calm and are you at peace? What is your baseline? And usually people who are wired to stress and survival, they will create lots of drama in their lives and lots of stress, and they will be constantly on high alert. And this is what we have to shift to a deeper state of relaxation, to feeling inner peace no matter what, and to safety and to relaxation, calmness, as I just said. This is the deep inner work that we do. We shift your baseline from survival to a baseline of neutrality, to genuine like happiness, to ease, to calm. And then we can really start creating or helping you create a new reality through visualization, through embodiment, through affirmations, through journaling. But this comes on top. You have to understand, if you build all of that on a rotten fundament, it will still collapse. All the nice stuff on top will still collapse. So we have to take care of the fundament, especially with the clients that I work with and who I was. It didn't help to just say all those nice things because the deeper layers were still rotten, so to say. So this is number 2, what I just said. The new reality, the embodiment comes on top, what we can start building it at the same time. And then number 3, a beautiful lifestyle. Start creating a lifestyle that you wish or that you desire to have, that you would have if you already were living in your new reality. It doesn't mean to spend all the fancy money on whatever. It is more an inner check-in with you first. What would I do if I had so much time and relaxation and free time, like my business was doing this, the multi-6 figures a year or 7 figures? What would I be doing? Would I perhaps work an hour less a day? Would I just be sitting on my balcony, enjoying the nature? I had one of my clients constantly sending me pictures from his front porch where he was sitting, legs up, journaling. And before that, he was hustling 24/7. He was burned out from the work he did. And then he was like, hey, no, I am doing some nice relaxation inner work and just contemplation mode, so to say, on my front porch, at least 1 hour a day. So this can be something of your new lifestyle. It could be working out more in like not at home, not remote, not home, like not being in your office, but rather going to nice places and working there, or doing collaborations with other people. It could be getting more nice treatments for yourself. And it could mean spending more money on you as well. Of course, if you already have the money, what would you spend it on? Instead of living frugally, I have clients who live so frugally, even though they have millions in the bank. And we work on like, what would your lifestyle be? Would you go and have like a night out with your wife and go to a really fancy concert, or to a very high-priced restaurant? Like these things. Start using the money and start living as if you were already in that reality. And they can be tiny adjustments that you do. You know, it's not just the big things. It's tiny adjustments, and it's adjustments especially in your inner attitude towards your reality. So these are the 3 steps, or the 3 pillars that I want to give you today, and I want to really invite you to stop listening to what other people tell you you should do or you shouldn't do. People who tell you like you can shift your reality in 3 days. Some people can, but they usually have almost no baggage. They really had an easy life. For them, of course, it's easy because they don't have the rotten fundament. But if you come from a lifetime of trauma, it might take a little bit longer. It also doesn't need to take you years. This I can tell you as well. It can really happen in months. It has to happen in a time frame that your physical body can really integrate all the shifts, and also your soul and your mind as well. They have to be on board, of course, but it can go quite quickly. However, pressuring yourself, like it should work in like so quickly, it should happen tomorrow. No, don't stress yourself. But if nothing has shifted for a long time, then I can tell you there might be some programs running that you haven't taken care of, that you haven't checked, especially on, are you still wired to stress and struggle? This was the case for me. I had shifted so much in my life, I was still deeply wired to stress and challenge and unsafety and struggle. And you have to understand your brain will always recreate the same stuff again for you, because even if your reality was hell, it will create the same stuff because it's familiar. Familiar means predictability. It's predictable even though it's horrible, and your brain will always go there instead of the beautiful future that could happen, because it's not predictable. So you have to rewire those patterns. And I know some people say like, you don't have to rewire something. Use whatever word you want. You have to stop your addiction to creating shit in your life. And this is through the deep inner work that we do. If you want to learn more about all of that, you can join my membership. It's below. It's I think $97 at the moment per month. You get weekly coaching. We have coaching calls every Wednesday. Come and join us, and a beautiful group of high achievers together applying all these things in life. But I also have my mastermind and my one-to-one coaching. You find all the links in the comments section and in the description. And this is everything I wanted to speak about today. Much love to you until the next video.